The Climate Bonds Initiative is an international non-profit organization trying to mobilize capital to build the kind of infrastructure that we need in order to align with the 2050 low emissions future. And the role of taxonomies is pivotal in this context, in the sense that they provide the list or explanations of what can be considered green by green bond market users, governments, investors, and market stakeholders at large. And so they provide really clarifications and technical screening criteria to filter out economic activities that align with that 2050 low emissions future, as well as the underlying projects and assets that we require in order to build the infrastructure and the assets for a low carbon future. And so taxonomies really are always referred to them as the constitution or the constitution document of carbon markets, green markets, and climate finance in general, because really tell the story of the infrastructure and the investments that we need for a 2050 Paris-aligned future. And so the benefits of taxonomies are several. They clarify green investment decisions. They provide investors with informed criteria, technical screening criteria, science-based criteria that they can use in order to really make rational decisions around the green investments. And so draw in the international green capital that is parked around the world, specifically for a small country such as New Zealand, small but very important country in the world and in the Asia-Pacific region. And so New Zealand can use its green taxonomy to draw in international capital to build a low emissions future, and at the same time align with international standards and best practices that are now being set up by its main trading partners, such as Australia, obviously, the United Kingdom, and the European Union. And so the main point of a New Zealand taxonomy is to really put a spotlight on the country and its capital markets and its investment decisions in order to attract this international capital and really put New Zealand at the forefront of climate finance. And it's basically providing that kind of a sort of signal to the market that New Zealand is ready to invest in a low carbon future. And so the other main important point for New Zealand specifically is to develop its own approach for a taxonomy, given that Australia is developing a taxonomy, the UK is developing a taxonomy, the European is developing a taxonomy, but also within the Asia-Pacific region, Singapore is developing a taxonomy or has developed a taxonomy. And so the idea is to basically provide context for New Zealand, include that context, specific environmental context in the taxonomy to respond to its needs and circumstances. Over to you, Joe. Thank you very much.